Yo, Nakama around the world. Emotional chapter. Woo. Emotional chapter. We're here once again to bring you another chapter review / discussion. That's Vim, Serge, myself of One Piece 972. I am Oden. I was born to boil.
Born to boil, you know. Sorry, I didn't even want to cut you off, but let's do you know how deep that is?
Nah,
do you know how deep that is?
Well, it's a pun, innit?
He's ready for this.
Bruv, he's lived up to his destiny of his name, bro.
Crazy.
But before we get into anything, smash the subscribe button, leave a like on the video, and let's not waste any time. Sad time. I'm not going to even get, we all probably have during the week held a moment of silence for Oden, man. A true legend has gone. He's gone in dramatic fashion, style, strength, character.
There's levels to the kind of people and characters that this worst generation has to live up to.
Bruv, Oda, I think, has written the most beautiful backstory 100%. In the 20-something years that he's been writing 100%. One Piece. Oden is such a powerful character, and the impact of everything we've gotten, because obviously I think this is the end of the flashback. I expect us to be at some point in the future, we will be either going back to wrap up what's happened in terms of the Shichibukai Reverie, or we might just go straight back to Wano, one or the other.
Do you know what? I want to even piggyback off what you just said. Oda has picked a character who's played such an integral role to the future of One Piece universe in itself and where they've been placed. Oden was in Whitebeard's crew and he was in Gold D. Rogers' crew.
Found the One Piece.
There's levels to this, like that one character and the impact they've had in the whole universe in itself. Man, it's crazy.
Absolutely, man, and there's a lot of themes that get covered in this chapter and they're written beautifully, and there's a lot of clues that connect a lot of theories and things that we thought that we will touch on today. First, I would like to start by saying Shinobu is riding for Oden.
We still don't know that.
She is riding for Oden.
I'm gonna now say, you've probably seen us going around about Shinobu.
But I bashed her once.
You lot burning Shinobu.
Oh, it's like
and I can admit when I was wrong, man. Like, it's cool. I'm here to admit I was wrong.
We went too far, but we see it. We see she's right to ride it. She stands up.
We get to see that Oden achieved it. He lasted. Everyone's shocked, and he goes into a speech of just letting people know, like, listen, I know you lot are rooting for me. Yes, bro. I will survive this hour because I will protect you to inherit and carry on my will. This is the first thing that's going on. Because he's also a realist. He's like, they're not letting me walk out of here alive.
100%.
My Haki's strong. I've not boiled the way they wanted me to boil. I've not let you down. But I'm going to catch a bullet to the head. And Kaido will get onto that. You know, he gets wrapped. But he starts by making sure his will is inherited for everyone to carry on and open the borders of Wano. And this is all going to connect to what we later say about the initial prophecy that Lady Toki had about 20 years and the 9 samurai. And we're going to read the exact prophecy as well, because this is very important.
Just to break for that, do you reckon Oden saying that he's going to catch a bullet to the head is some form of Haki peering into the future?
Could be. I mean, we're playing with all kinds of things.
Yeah,
I would not be surprised.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be. Purely because he understands the realm of what he's in with, and he's been around monsters. He wouldn't never have developed that kind of level if he wasn't around monsters.
Regardless, what I say is,
I wouldn't be putting past it for him to have.
I wouldn't put it past it, but I think it's more just like, I wouldn't even call it Haki as much as intuition. It's just kind of like understanding. He understands who he is. And he understands who he's dealing with. And the position he's in, they cannot let such a risk.
And how grimy they are and what they'll do to win.
I wouldn't put it past him to have that level of Haki, but at the same time, I don't think it's necessary for the story plot.
Yeah.
Hence why it hasn't been specifically highlighted.
Yeah.
Because I do think Oda at this point would do that to give him some more shine.
Yeah.
And obviously we then see that Orochi decides, like 1 minute before the end of the bullet, decided that you're going to get put in a firing line and you're going to catch bullets to the head and have a beautiful little flashback within the flashback where everyone remembers how they met Oden
the first time and how
he impacted them. It's kind of deep. And then Kaido admits that, you know what, you can see that Kaido, whether you want to perceive this as Kaido having a sense of honor, I won't really call it that, as much as I feel like he feels the old Kurozumi hag snatched his glory. Hence why he had her killed, because he's saying, We find out that they had a fight before the fight, which obviously was pretty much a stalemate because Oden got told, you need to go dance or we're going to kill innocent people, hence he stopped fighting. And then he stood up to them after they killed innocent people. And it seemed relatively even until he got distracted and bam, you know, he told her, you know, I had her killed. It makes sense because Bon Clay's fruit was available to Bon Clay. So she had to die. Now we know how she died. We connect that. Don't know if you feel that it actually is a mercy killing of honor, but I think Oda's playing with the theme of samurai and seppuku. You understand? It's not traditional seppuku, but the guy is sacrificing himself. He's willing to die. He's like, your body's finished. I'm not going to let you just wither and burn. I'm going to infuse this bullet with Haki and put one right through your head. But at the same time, it's making sure he's dead. You know, he doesn't need
I think there's levels of parallels to it, right? Oh, I'll take you out of your misery. But at the same time, it's taking an obstacle that's in my way out of my way. And that's one thing we need to remember. These are pirates we're playing with, not samurai.
Not just that, but thematically, when you look at some of the characters and what Oda's done before, and this is why I stress that I don't think it's completely honor. And I've heard things in the community where it's been discussed about honor, but honor is what Katakuri did against Luffy.
Yeah.
I got the upper hand, so I'm going to even it by cutting myself.
Yeah.
Kaido didn't want to do that. Now we got to think, why did Kaido come to Wano in the first place? As a Yonko or an aspiring Yonko, whatever he wants to achieve in his dark ambition, the perfect hideout is to come to a place that's locked off from the world government. It makes him untouchable.
There you go.
It's a great source.
And that's why, and I agree, there's no honor in the way he would move and the way he's conducting himself. At the end of the day, if you had honor, you wouldn't do the grimy stuff you do.
Yeah.
And there's a difference. Katakuri, we're going to make a parallel real quick. He lived to protect his mother.
Yeah.
And protect their home.
The family.
And the family. He didn't do it in effect of to say, I'm going to rule over, or I'm going to prove everyone wrong, I'm going to have the biggest, I'm just going to protect. Kaido is grimy. He's a pirate. There is no levels of him having honor, but at the same time, we have to understand him being a pirate, we have to accept that's his character. That being said, you don't have to like it. Blackbeard as well. Given that, let him have his moment, because when he gets hit, and let's say how we see it ends up in a war, it's going to be a different story.
And ultimately, we have the end of Oden. We see why Toki wasn't crying, and we're getting ready to step back into the present. Now, two concepts that I want to bring your attention to. Make sure you like the video because it's going to be some deep-ish that we're going to go through right now.
Let's go.
One is, who is the traitor that snaked everyone? Because that's where we're arrived. Got to remember where we left and where we're coming back to. We're coming back to the 9 Scabbards, or however many were left at that scene at the port, and they were snaked. Someone snitched and let Orochi know, and the plan got foiled, or so it seems, yeah? So, let's go through who the snakery can be.
Let's do it.
Now, I connected, I'm not going to go and dismiss everyone as to why I don't think they are. I'm going to go back on a few videos ago, I said Shinobu's a candidate. I think, thank you, Brooklyn, you saw your Haki was stronger than mine.
I could be wrong though, man.
No, I mean, we all could be wrong, but this is what I'm right with.
Yeah.
Raizo is the snake.
Okay.
All right?
Talk to us.
Now, the reason why Raizo is the snake, thematically, he's a ninja.
Yeah.
The whole point of ninjas in Japanese culture, sometimes they're double agents and they do dirt for the greater good. The same way Squado stabbed Whitebeard thinking he was doing greater good. Like, I'm going to prevent everyone from dying in this war for Ace because I'm going to kill the guy whose dad was the problem that killed my crew, and etc., etc. So you can see the reason, his motive for being a snake. In his head, he's protecting everyone, protecting innocent from death. Now, one thing that we didn't deal with, was who was the snake that attracted Jack to Zou, It has to be someone that was on the island at the time. Now, we know out of the Scabbards, the only Scabbard that was there was Raizo. Also, the person that snitched to Orochi had to be around Kinemon the whole time that the plan was being made and leaked it. So he's consistent in both parts. Oda has never specifically dealt with who snaked anyone in Zou.
No, it's true.
Now I'm going to explain how I believe Raizo brought Jack to Zou. He gave Jack a Vivre card. The motivation for Jack wanting to go to Zou and hunt Raizo, that's the excuse to go to Zou. I'm hunting Raizo. But he knows that Zou has a red poneglyph, or found out that Zou had a red poneglyph. Raizo goes there, he lures them with a Vivre card. they're loyal, so they protect him, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's gonna leave. And where did they hide him? They hid him where the poneglyph was. And that's what. But Jack didn't succeed in Orochi and Nakamushi put up a good enough fight to where Jack and that had to go.
Yeah.
Because in the time, obviously, in that time, Doflamingo was done in, and he had to leave Zoe urgently. The minks didn't break. So that will connect as to why he did what he did in Zoe. And now is the time to connect the two, because the person that snitched in Zoe, I believe, is the one that's snitching in Wano. It's all gonna connect. He's gonna have some sob story about I was doing it because they threatened to kill the people of Wano.
And we've got to also remember, Raizo didn't skip to the future. Raizo has been living for the last 20 years in Wano.
Yep.
He didn't run off to Zoe for 20 years. He's been in Wano.
And who's to say as a ninja he didn't have a connection to the Onewa Banshee?
And who's to say he didn't have that conversation? He didn't really have that put down where he got caught. And
He still got to survive at the end of the day.
No, but he's got told, we'll let you go, but we need you to do this for us.
Question.
Okay. And think about it like this, he's been able to infiltrate a prison, he's been able to do a lot of stuff, yeah?
Quite freely, I was about to bring that up. Did he even release, correct me, did he even release Kawamatsu? Or did
Said
they,
he had no?
or did
someone got thrown into the thing, I believe, and it
there
busted
you
open.
go. So he went there pretending like he's going to release him, and he didn't. We're reaching right now, but when you think about it like that, he's actually someone that really is a strong potential candidate to be the snitch. Now, the reason what that leads on to is the two-part of Toki's theory. Now, they said, now I'm going to read the theory in its actual translation because the wording is very important. What we've learned since we started analyzing the viz. Like the moon, you are ignorant of the dawn. If there is one ardent wish that must be fulfilled, it will be when 9 shadows are cast, woven together through 20 years of moonlit nights. Only then shall you understand the radiance of the dawn. She doesn't say the word scabbards. She doesn't even use the word samurai, even though samurai, and if she did use the word samurai, samurai just means warriors. They don't have to be people from Wano. Now, power scaling, I don't think, and also plot purpose, why would it be the 9 scabbards to bring down Kaido? That's not their purpose. Their purpose is to help open up the borders afterwards.
You're right. Do you know what? We'll go back to what we learned in this chapter. The will of Oden was open up the borders to Wano, not to defeat Kaido.
Exactly. Now, 2 potential number 9s in this scenario, yeah. Obviously, there's the 9 Strawhats. I don't ride with that, although it's not impossible. They are the main theme of the story, so them 9 being there is, the Straw Hats came, they conquered Kaido. That's one way to interpret it. But there's been a big thing. Now, remember what I always say, Oda don't do nothing by accident. He keeps highlighting this whole thing of Kaido, and even Big Mom, but specifically Kaido, annihilating the worst generation. Mugging the worst generation. You worst generation ain't so bad. Dala this, lala that.
How are you the worst?
How are you the worst? Now I'm gonna say the 9 samurai are the worst. It's gonna be 9 of the worst generation.
Count them off.
Now let's count off everyone who's in the worst generation. Blackbeard, Luffy, Law, Kid, Apple, Capone, Hawkins, Zoro, X-Drake, Killer, Jewelry Bunny, and a Rouge. So that's 12 candidates here. Now, Jewelry Bunny dismissed her. We're down to 11. We know she was where the reverie is, and her purpose is she was looking for Kuma at the time or whatever, yeah? Okay, right now, Capone ain't there. And neither is a Rouge.
So we know that.
And Blackbeard ain't there. So right now, who's in Wano? You have Luffy, Law, Kid, Zoro, Hawkins, Drake, Killer, and Apu. That's 8 right there. Now, if you do disregard Apu, you can still fill in that number with another theory that ties in with this, that Blackbeard will come to take his devil fruit. So he can come in to land the finishing blow, and that makes him part of the 9. Also, Rouge was there when Kaido was trying to kill himself. So why not enter him into the story? There's been a lot of talk. We haven't seen him yet. And if not a Rouge, we can bring in Capone because he's an ally.
And Hawkins hasn't changed yet. But one thing about Hawkins' character is he goes with the turrets tell him to go. Yeah. Where's my successive chance of winning? Yeah. Who should I side with? Kaido or the winning team? My percentage is higher to side with X, Y, and Z. He's calculating.
Yeah. And also we know Drake is against Kaido as well. He's a double agent.
Shield.
Yeah. Sword.
Apologies. Sword. Yeah, I mean, we're playing the same thing.
Shield, sword, you know.
So that's already got us to a point where, as Surgeon's saying, we've got enough individuals who are very strong in their own right, which is why they looked at as a focal point of individuals who are strength of the samurai.
And Oda has built up the worst generation for a reason.
Yeah.
There's always talk of the worst generation. Yeah. There's been talk where Kaido has been like specifically, I don't know what's so bad about the worst generation, but you gotta learn after 20 years. These are the men and girls or whoever are beings that are gonna come to bring down Wano as it is. And then afterwards, what's left of the Scabbards, they're gonna open the borders and they're gonna fulfill Oden's will. And side with Luffy, because he says we need to be able to stand next to that guy that's going to come in 800 years time, that figure that's going to fight the world. So there you have it. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section down below.
If you haven't already, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, don't forget to share the video. The more you share, the more we grow.
But from Konkurosaki Corner, it is a
peace out.